What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JB and I'm here today with the review. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 12, episode number 12, I believe, you guys. It's titled A Hairy Situation. So you guys, without further ado, let's actually, before we get into the video, just want to talk about, if you guys did not see, well, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it on the episode. At the end of the episode, they show what's still to come this season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you guys know that Tanya and Kenya are gonna get into it with each other behind this whole wig situation, this whole allegedly Paul was gonna cheat on Tanya, which we're gonna talk about that in the video. And then the whole situation with Nene, opening her mouth to spit at Kenya, which I think is disgusting in itself. But, Nene went on, because she has a YouTube channel, Nene went on her YouTube to say that, she never spit on Kenya. I think she said in a few interviews that she never spit on Kenya, which that is true. She didn't spit on Kenya. You spit at Kenya, which is still equally disgusting. And if Kenya had to beat your ass, I would have been out here for it. Like, kind of like when, at the season 6 reunion when Portia dragged Kenya by the hair. I know a lot of y'all was in my comments, in the comments on Twitter talking about, oh, you gotta fight with your words. If a bitch has a bullhorn in your face, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to a bullhorn. So I agree with Portia pulling Kenya's hair. If you don't agree with it, I don't really give a fuck. But let's go ahead and just get into the episode, you guys. All right, so we're gonna start up with Eva. So Eva, at this point, I'm gonna have to say, I'm a huge fan of Eva, but I'm gonna have to say at this point, Eva's just a tad bit on the boring side. And I get it, she's pregnant with her baby, so I guess that gives her just a little bit of leeway, maybe. So we see her, she's laid up on the couch, and, she's talking about the Toronto trip. She's talking about, the fact that she didn't know she had beef with Portia, and then she's talking about Candy, but again, Candy didn't say anything that you didn't say. You did say that you would, Portia needs to worry about her C-section scar that she has, that she needs to worry about the blogs, and that you could, for her to blog post. So you did say that. So for you to say that Candy made that shit up, bullshit, Eva. And then, so we also find out that Eva and Mike are going to go to court so that they can change Marley Ray's last name from McCall to Sterling, which is Mike's last name. That whole situation with her and Kevin McCall. I don't know how she had a baby with him. I don't know why she had a baby with him. I know she loves her daughter, but I know she probably regrets the day she ever got involved with him. She could have had a baby with Lance Gross for all I cared, but damn, Kevin McCall, nigga is crazy as fuck. And she's just worried about, because she said her mom told her that Kevin is actually in Atlanta. I think she said Buckhead to be exact. And, she's just worried if he's gonna come to the courthouse to say, hey, he doesn't want, which, if I'm not mistaken, because my best friend went through a situation. She just got married 2 years ago, but she can't change her daughter's last name to her husband's name because the dad has to sign over the rights. So I don't know if it's just a Texas thing or if that is just, maybe if it doesn't apply in Georgia. I don't know, but I don't blame Eva for wanting to change the little girl's name because the only dad that Eva says she knows is Mike. She doesn't know Kevin as her dad, and I'm like, One of these days, that little girl's gonna wake up and look in the mirror and be like, damn, I don't like you. I sure the fuck don't look like you. I don't look like you. Who the fuck do I look like? And then she gonna just, all she gotta do is just, Google Kevin McCall now. There it is. She look just like the nigga. Like, damn, she looks only thing is she's light skinned and he's dark. So then we see Eva. She's going to pick up Mike so that they could head to the court. She's on the phone with Cynthia. She's just telling Cynthia what's going on. And Cynthia's just telling her, girl, don't worry about it. It's gonna be good. It is what it is. Again, like I said, Eva, damn, when she came on in season 10, she came with the shit with Cynthia, talking about, that boyfriend was, paid. And since then, she's kind of fizzled and burned out. So then we also see her, she's celebrating, the fact of her changing Marley Ray's name. So we see it's Tanya time there. We see no. We see Tanya, we see Cynthia, we see Candy, and Eva was there. So they're talking, so Candy mentioned, well actually Tanya brought it up. Tanya asked Candy, did she give Kenya her wig? Which we're gonna talk about that in just a little bit. It might not be right up, but we're gonna talk about that. So she was talking about the wig, and Candy was like, "Yes, I did. I gave her the wig, but Kenya was not happy with what you had, said about her." Now, here's my thing with this whole wig situation. I'm gonna address it right now, but then we're gonna go a little bit deeper into it. It ain't that fucking deep, Kenya. If you wear a wig, bitch, you wear a wig. Ain't nothing wrong with a wig. I mean, shit, that's the thing for women today, wearing wigs. But now, like I said, we're gonna talk about Kenya in just a little bit. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So we see Candy. So she's meeting up with Portia, she's meeting up with Tanya, and she's meeting up with Marlo. So they're going to get, I believe, foot massages, and this is the same place that they went to after Pillow Talk happened. I'm like, wow, how funny. You had Pillow Talk, and somebody told me in my comments which one it was. It was season 6, you guys. I think it was season 6. Don't get mad at me if I got it wrong, because I don't really care, to be honest with you. But Pillow Talk season 6, and now we have this situation, which is just like Pillow Talk. So they're talking, and Portia brings up, when we were in Toronto, Kenya mentioned that somebody's husband was cheating. At first, I thought she was talking about Dennis, but then I was like, nah, she's not talking about Dennis because she keep looking at Tanya. And Tanya was like, yeah, but she did keep looking at me, and she kept saying that she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. I love Tanya, guys. If you cannot tell, I love me some Tanya. So, and let's talk about Tanya and Portia, because they were both on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. That's what I was watching before I came on this camera. Before I started recording this, I was watching Watch What Happens Live. So, do I want to say Portia for last? I'm gonna say Portia, her segment on Watch What Happens Live. We're gonna talk about Tanya. She was Andy asked her the questions about this whole situation with Paul. She says, Paul and I have his Instagram. He never gave her his number. She was trying to give him her number, but he turned her down. And then, she went in his DMs and she tried to talk to him in his DMs. So Paul and I have trust with each other. And I was like, okay, Tanya. I mean, if that's what Tanya feels, I can't help but to feel the same way. If she don't feel like Paul is cheating on her, she don't feel like Paul is cheating on her, and I can't say he's cheating on her. So, Marlo was telling, Tanya, like, you might want to watch out for Kenya, because if Kenya feel like she got something on you, she got something on you. And, the whole thing about this whole, this cookie lady, for her to say, she's, which we're going to get into in just a minute, but for her to keep saying she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, the woman is not ugly. I'm not going to say she's ugly by no means, but the woman is no Tanya. Let's keep it real. Tanya is a beautiful, beautiful woman, so I don't think that the woman, I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's no Tanya. She's no Tanya Sam. So then, Tanya was talking about how she had something on Kenya, and I'm like, what do you have on Kenya more besides her husband that probably doesn't love her? God, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, I did. That husband of Kenya's, we're going to talk about that too when we get to Kenya. But, yeah. That's just not a good look. But, Tanya said she had something on him. I'm like, okay, what do you have on her? She's like, Paul and I were leaving Toronto, and Kenya called me. She's like, I have a package that I need you to bring back. And, she said that Paul told me to open it because, you can't go through customs with something that's not, you can't just go through customs like that. So I opened it, and what was in there? It was a charger that was in there and a wig. Yes, a wig. And I'm just like, okay, Tanya, a wig. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a wig, but okay. And that's my whole thing. There's nothing wrong with a wig. I don't know why we're making such a big deal about the whole wig situation. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, people wear wigs. My grandmother wore a wig, and she had a lot of wigs. Like, she used to have my actually, it's my great-great-grandmother to be exact. She wore wigs. But yeah, I mean, I just don't get the whole situation about this wig. And, Marlo's just happy. Kenya wears a wig. Oh, yeah. Marlo, you pointed it out at the dinner table that she was wearing a wig, so what the fuck is a big deal? Like, I'm not understanding what that big deal is with the wig. Like, somebody make it make sense to me. I don't give a fuck. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, so now we're up to Portia. So we see Portia, she's talking to Lauren and Mama Diane, who looks amazing, and find out Mama Diane is 61. I'm like, damn, Mama Diane looks good. Her in a storm wig. But excuse me, they noticed that Portia has her engagement ring back on. So they're like, so what's up with that? She's like, yeah, so Dennis and I are back together with each other. Maybe you guys need to sit down and have a conversation with Dennis so that, he can explain his side of things. And Lauren was like, explain his side of things. He cheated. So there's nothing to explain. And I'm like, exactly, Lauren. There's nothing to explain in that situation. He cheated on her. So what the fuck is he explaining? She's like, well, okay, well, maybe he can apologize to you too as well. And I'm just like, okay, Portia. And I talked about Portia last week with the whole situation that happened out there in Atlanta with Dennis at the diner at 4 a.m. in the morning. So Andy asked Portia about that on Watch What Happens Live. And Portia's like, Portia was she didn't want to answer any questions that Andy was asking about Dennis. And I saw a lot of people talking about Portia, don't want to answer the questions because it makes her look dumb. I didn't get that whole thing because he asked her, are they in a good spot? She says, we're trying to figure things out right now. And I'm like, yeah, that don't sound good. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, because the way Portia was acting, and you guys go watch What Happens Live. The way Portia was acting when Andy was asking her the questions about Dennis, about this whole situation with the girls at the diner at 4 in the morning, Portia seems like she is over Dennis's bullshit, which she should be. She should absolutely 100% be over his bullshit. But it felt like, to me, I feel like Portia's not saying something. And it could be the fact that she might have said, fuck it, I'm done with you, and broke up with Dennis. That's what I feel. Am I right? Who knows? But we shall see what the situation is between Portia and Dennis. And what else? Oh, somebody asked her, why does she shade, if her and Kenya are working on repairing their relationship, why does she shade Kenya so much? And I was like, that's easy. I mean, that's all that these women do on this show is shade each other. So I didn't find any fault or anything wrong with what Portia did. Like, if people feel some type of way about Portia shading Kenya, get the fuck over it. It's Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what the fuck they do. Hell, even Potomac does that. And then, Andy was talking about the fact that Portia went on, I know this, you guys know, I follow Portia. I love Portia. Portia went to, I think it was Cozumel with Monique and Chris, and Dennis was there. And then I know that she also just came back from Jamaica with Tanya, Paul, and Dennis. And then this nigga gonna literally go to a diner at 4 in the morning. Now, I saw the photos and I saw the video. It didn't look like he was doing, I'm not gonna say he was doing something that was not good, but I don't know what, I just don't know. I don't know what Coach Dennis is up to. Don't know. But, who knows? I'm just confused with this whole situation. You know what? I'm gonna put it like this. If Portia likes it, I love it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, I am not going to stress I love Portia and I want what's best I want Portia to be happy. I want Portia to find love. I want all good things for Portia. So I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, I'm not gonna knock her. And for the people that's calling her stupid, a lot of y'all have been stupid behind niggas too. So don't sit here and be like, oh, she's so stupid. A lot of y'all baby daddies have cheated on y'all. A lot of y'all husbands have cheated. Like, don't knock her. Like, y'all, some of y'all who's talking shit about her have been through the exact same shit that she's going through now. So don't judge her. So then we see them all at the house together. We see Mama Diane is there, Lauren is there, Dennis is there with his. Did he have a tracksuit on? I wasn't paying attention. Portia, and then Mama Gina comes over with a terrible ass fucking wig on. So he does tell Mama Diane and Lauren that he appreciates them, for doing what they did, and he apologizes to them. And I'm like, okay, buddy. That's interesting. Yep. Let's move on. And then he had a issue with the fact that they had blocked him from calling him, and I'm just like, but you fucked over Portia. What the fuck did you expect for them to do? Be like, oh, it's all good, it's all fine and dandy. Let's just be a big happy family, and you cheated on my daughter and my sister. No, nigga, fuck you. But Portia was also talking about the fact that she felt like Mama Gina did not, say anything. But Mama Gina was like, you know what? I went off on him. I let him have it. And I'm like, thank you. Like, he's wrong. But you guys, let's just move forward and let me know what you guys think about the whole Portia situation in the comment section below. All right, you guys, and then let's close out the episode with Kenya Moore. Man, I came into this season with a different viewpoint, a different perspective of Kenya. And it's not that I don't feel the same way that I used to feel about Kenya back when she first came on the show, that I just can't tolerate her. Because she does have her moments so far this season, she does have her moments where it's like, you know what, I do like Kenya. But then she also has her moments where it's like, damn, she does a little bit too much for me, and I can't fuck with that. And this episode is a prime. This episode and last week's episode were a prime example of times where I just cannot with Kenya, because I don't understand where Kenya's whole situation, where her whole beef is coming from with Tanya. Like, I don't get it. Like, now I'm not gonna sit here and say she was like. I get what she was. I get the question that she was asking last week. The question was like, if we're gonna know each other, and I heard something about your man, would you then want me to tell you what I heard? So I got that. I got that whole thing, but I didn't. I don't think that Kenya should have did it in the way that she did it. I think since the people who knew it was her, Candy, and Cynthia. Maybe they could have sat down with each other. And since Cynthia and Candy kind of know Tanya a little bit more than Kenya, they could have said, okay, Tanya. So, Kenya and Cynthia, they went to this cookie place. And, this is all alleged. There's this lady there that said that, Paul was trying to push up on her, trying to get get her phone number. And, and you could have did it that way. But to do it in on the cameras, do it while the cameras are rolling, and then do it in front of the girls. I think that was a low blow. I really do. And Candy's pulls out the wig, and then she was like, oh, she could have gave me the wig herself. And then Candy just mentions how they went out, and they what am I talking about? You guys, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So they went out to the spa, and they were talking about the dinner conversation back in Toronto, and Kim was like, "We told you that." Yes, you told me that. So then Candy. Now see, here's where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop myself just a little bit. So Candy, I don't agree with you. So you can't tell and I just watched her speak on it too. She says that conversation that they have off camera, she doesn't bring it on camera, but in your interview you mentioned it, so you're bringing it on camera. And she said that Cynthia, which we saw that Cynthia told Tanya off camera. But the thing is, you could have just, you are repeating what Tanya said, about Kenya never having an issue asking about her eggs, but and Kenya's like, that's bullshit. And I'm not really gonna delve too deep in that, because I don't really give a shit about it. It ain't that big of a deal to me. Just like this whole wig situation is not that big of a fucking deal to me. But my whole thing with Kenya is, like I said, it's just the fact that it just feels like you were you found this one little thing that could be a negative to Tanya, and you just want to stick it, but you don't even know this girl like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just so fucking stupid to me. Like, I wish, and like I said, like I'm gonna say, I get that Candy said the whole conversation about this cookie lady was off camera, but if you're in the process of getting to know Tanya, you should have at least had to, you should have said, hey Tanya, let me just kick it. Let me kick it with you, keep it real with you. Let's have this conversation off camera. So, Kenya was telling me that it was me, Cynthia, and Kenya. They were telling me the situation about this cookie lady, and you could have just said it that way. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I don't get it. But, that was Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, share this video, and also if you guys would like to follow me on social media, my Twitter is JB_the_CEO. My Instagram is Jbsayzwhat, just like it is here, and my Snapchat is Mr. GB_it is to you. And until the next video, you guys, later.